We are going to solve this system by substitution. This is called a system because it's more than one equation. And I have my paper set up like this just to organize my equations a little bit better. So first, I choose an equation that has been solved for x or y, or an equation that looks like it would be easy to solve for x and y. So I'm going to choose this equation because it's already solved for y. Then the next equation that I am going to use would be the other equation, the one that's first in this problem, and then I'm going to go back to the original equation. I'll show you what I mean. So this is already solved for y. If this was not solved for either x or y, then I would use this column for solving. But this is already solved for y. So what I'm going to do is over here in this equation, in place of this y, I'm going to substitute this part right here because this is equal to y. So in place of this y, I'm going to substitute 2x minus 1 because that is equal to y. I'm still going to have this x out in front. I'm still going to have the 2. I'm still going to have equal to 8. And then what I'm going to have to do is solve this equation for x. So I will start off by distributing. 2 times 2 is 4. And so I have x plus 4x minus 2 equals 8. I'm solving for x, so I can combine my like terms. They're on the same side of the equal sign, so 1 plus 4 makes 5x. I am solving for x, so I need to get the x by itself. So I'm going to add 2 to both sides. I'm solving for x. I need x by itself. So I need to divide both sides by 5. And so x equals 2. X equals 2. Then I go back to my original equation. And in place of this x, I'm going to put this number 2 right here because we figured out that this x was equal to 2. And so 2 times 2 is 4. And so 4 minus 1 is 3. So the x is 2 and the y is 3. So my solution is the point 2, 3. When I have a system, I look at my system and I choose one that has already been solved for x or y. In this case, they have both been solved for y, and so it really doesn't matter which one I choose. So I'm going to choose that one first. And then this one is going to be next. And then I'm going to go back to the first one to start with. This has already been solved for y. So in place of this y right here, I'm going to put this part right here that is equal to y. In place of this y, I'm going to put negative 3x plus 16 equals 2x, and then I'll have my 2x plus 1. And I need to solve it for x because x is the variable that's left. To solve for x, I need to get x's together, and they are on opposite sides of my equal sign. So I will need to add 3x to both sides so that I can cancel this out and move the x to that side. Since I have the x on this side, I want to move the 1 to the other side so that I can have x by itself. The opposite of plus 1 is subtract 1, so that these will cancel. I am solving for x, so I need to get the x by itself. So that cancels, and x is equal to 3. Then in my other equation, in place of the x, I'm going to put the 3. This 3 right here, because that's equal to x. So that would be negative 9 plus 16. And so y would be equal to 7. So my intersection point is 3, negative 7. Let me make a correction. The intersection point is positive 3 and positive 7. Neither of these equations is solved for x or y, so I'm going to choose this equation because it looks like the simplest equation, and then I'll have to use this one next, and then I'll go back to the one I started with. Okay, so I'm going to solve this for x. So I'm going to add y to both sides. You could solve it for y, but I'm going to solve it for x because that's easier. And that's going to cancel out, and this is going to be 4 plus y. So in place of this x, I'm going to put 4 plus y, because this is equal to x. It says so right there. I'm still going to have the negative 8 minus 5y equals negative 6. And then I'm going to solve this for y this time by distributing negative 32 minus 8y minus 5y equals negative 6. And so I'm solving for y. I need the y by itself. There's several different steps you could do here. So I'm going to add 32 to both sides so that I have negative 8y minus 5y equals, and these are on the same side of the equal sign, so I combine those. I am solving for y. I need to get y by itself. And so that means I'm going to need to divide by negative 13. So then 13s will cancel. And so y would equal negative 26 divided by 13 is 2. So y is going to be equal to negative 2. So that means over here in place of this y, I am going to take out this y, and in place of that y, I'm going to substitute this negative 2. So minus a minus makes this a plus 2. I'm solving for x. I need to get x by itself so that will cancel. And x is equal to positive 2. The intersection point is positive 2, negative 2. Go to the that shows the rest of the example problems.